We are
Alright.
live.
We are
Yes,
live.
we're definitely live. Took a little bit with a little bit of lag there, but yes, we are live. Of course, for another episode of In the Hot Seat Live. This time for the tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs predictions, and as well, of course, talking about other stuff as well. Of course, got my guests with me. I'm sure others will be joining us pretty soon. So, what's going on, guys?
How's it going?
What's
Wrestling
going
scene.
on, Dave?
Hello, 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 hello.
Not much.
Glad to be here tonight. We're gonna get some discussion going. It's gonna
No
be
doubt.
cool.
Yep, so of course it's Prediction Wednesday. We'll get the predictions not only for TLC, but also for NXT TakeOver, which will be happening this week as well on the network. So with that being said, getting right into with the discussions anyway, and that of course with the breaking news that has been going on too, especially over the weekend, with CM Punk being able to join the UFC, really created a lot of talk. Everyone has been talking about it, and really getting into more full-on thoughts about it, and we're gonna go around with this. Shane, your thoughts on CM Punk joining the UFC?
I think it's a good thing, but also at the same.
I think we have a little bit of a lag.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a
Yeah,
lag.
yeah. Once we get him back, Levi, why don't you go ahead with your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I will say this. Many years ago, like when I was probably about 9 or 10 was when I first got into MMA. And these are the only MMA DVDs I own, 4 UFC shows from like '03 and '04. And so yeah, I was at one point maybe a bigger MMA fan than a pro wrestling fan for a short period of time until about 2011. I kind of got out of MMA and I kind of haven't really watched since, except for a few times. But with CM Punk going to UFC, I think it's interesting because Punk has a background in Muay Thai, so I think based on that, I'd say he'll do pretty well over in MMA. And I kind of was thinking he'd maybe go in heavyweight because of how much he weighed, or even light heavyweight, but he's apparently going to be fighting in the middleweights or maybe welterweight. I think if he fought in welterweight, he'd do really well because he'll be one of the taller ones, so his arms are going to be like freakishly long, throwing those punches and stuff. But do I think he'll do well? Maybe. I mean, this is a message I have to anybody out there who just thinks Punk's gonna do absolutely awful just because he quote unquote betrayed WWE by going to UFC. Give him a chance. I mean, Brock Lesnar had that same kind of criticism when he first stepped into the octagon, and look what happened with him. He became one of the best there was at the time. Won the championship, beat the crap out of guys like Randy Couture and Frank Mir, and had some great fights. So Punk could go and do the exact same thing. And that's all I've got to say about it.
Alright, I think we got Shane back, I'm not too sure. Anyway, we're still trying to get him in. Like I said too with my video, I think it's very interesting. It came to really of a shock to me. I never would have really actually expected it that much to have CM Punk join the UFC, but with me, I'm more of a casual fan. I've seen a couple of fights here and there, like with you, Levi, showing me not only with regular MMA fights, but with UFC as well and stuff like that. So I will definitely watch, and I wish him the best there. So it should be fairly interesting, and we'll see what happens with CM Punk in the future. So we only have time to tell with that, and we also see other people too transition to UFC. Some done fairly well, some haven't, but you never know. Chris, your thoughts?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I really just don't give a flying fuck. I'm not a UFC or MMA fan, and as far as Punk being in there, good for him. But I just really all around just don't give a fuck. I'm numb to it, and I don't give a rat's ass. I'm sorry.
That's fine and fair. Shane, are you back? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm back. My internet was sucking again.
It happens. Your thoughts, anyone? CM Punk joining the UFC?
CM Punk joining the UFC, I think it's a good thing. Me being a wrestling fan, I just feel he kind of turned his back on us, and that's understandable. But I wish him the best of luck.
All right. Moving on, and something pretty interesting too, as well, and also going into that just a little bit too. Now with going into with TNA now, and which I thought was actually really interesting. With Dixie Carter actually going into talks with WWE, talking about with the competition deal. I know Levi, you talked about it too in your video not too long ago. So we'll talk about that. You know, is there really competition in TNA, especially once they do come back on Destination America? Chris, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I made a video about it, and there was a lot of people that got pissed. Okay, everybody has their opinion. Okay, a lot of people don't see TNA as competition. But the thing is, it's a waiting out period, man. I mean, you got to wait for this Destination America to build, first of all, because it's got quite a few shows on it. It's not like it's this dead network, and then to put TNA Impact on it, I think will be, you know, it's going to probably take a little bit of time to bring in more viewers, but I'm not going to wish them dead. I mean, I wish TNA all the best. I mean, I don't hold any bitterness. I'm not mad at them. I'm not pissed at them. Nothing. Okay. I don't have no reason to be to begin with. But the fact of the matter is, um, I think, of course, I think with some better leadership, I do think that they can do better and maybe one day be stronger competition. But right now, they're at a point in time where, yeah, I mean, they're not exactly that high on the totem pole. I mean, they're the suckiest team. They're basically like the suckiest team around, okay, right now as far as their standing is concerned. Will they, like I said, will they maybe be potentially one day be better competition for the WWE? I think so. I hope so. I keep my fingers crossed. And, because I think that's one integral part that's missing. WWE has been feeding us shit on a plate for pretty much all throughout 2014. Okay.
I agree, Chris.
And the fact is that they need some good competition. That's what's missing in. I got two words for them. They're cock blockers. Okay? Any fighting chance of a wrestling company possibly going head to head with them, they don't like it, so bam, they're going to cock block it. So, and that way we can be, us as fans, be desensitized, and they can keep feeding us plates of shit. So that's what I think.
Yeah, I think over time, once now that they're changing things up and they got a new logo, which I saw not too long ago, you showed us early before the show went live and everything. So now that they have that, not only that, a brand new channel that they're going to be on, it seems like they're going into more of different things, and it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to be able to have their own and hold their own too as well on Destination America. So I think, with all the wrestling companies out there, I think competition is something that could really be used too as well. Brings out the best in other people sometimes, but there are also other things that go into that. And I think it should be interesting to see where that's going to go. Sharing your thoughts.
Yeah, I agree. Any competition is good competition too. So, like back in the day, you had WCW and ECW going against WWF and WWE, which I think the Invasion storyline need to last longer, but. I'm going to have to watch online, so I won't be able to get on Time Warner Cable here in Upstate, so that just kind of sucks. But I think any competition is good competition.
All right, Levi, your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, I did a video on this a little while back, and I pretty much said that WWE and TNA, I mean, with TNA, yes and no, that they are not, or they are competition with WWE. The only reason why I say they're not is only for the reason of the ratings. Like, because to be honest, TNA's not a pimple on WWE's ass, no doubt. But at the same time, you got diehard wrestling fans who want to believe that TNA is competition, and I do agree with that. I do see TNA as competition for WWE for the fans, not really for ratings, but for the fans' perspective. Because, like I said, I presented it in the video. There's always been times where you would say in a whole year, in an overall year, that TNA was better than WWE. The biggest example I can give is probably either 2005 or maybe even 2006 to an extent. I'd say definitely '06. Because look at WWE in '06. Yeah, you had the return of DX, and I'm one of those guys one of the very few guys who actually enjoyed that. But other than that, not really too much with WWE 2006. TNA in 2006, look what they did. They had the unbeaten Samoa Joe. They had Christian over there being the world champ. Jeff Jarrett doing his thing. Kurt Angle coming in at the end of the year. They just did so many good things during that year, and I could go on and on about it, but to me, it's like two different sides of the same coin. For me personally, like on one side, yeah, TNA in terms of ratings is not nowhere a pimple on WWE's ass, but on the other side, the diehard wrestling fans, like all of us, do see it as competition in terms of our viewership for it to see what we think of each show's product, and if we say one's better, we're gonna like it better. If we think something's bad, we're gonna say it's bad.
Right.
There you go.
Alright, very interesting. Well said too. I'm trying to actually get Chase Oliver on the show, and hopefully other people will at some point, like I said. And we're going to actually continue things on here. And this Thursday, of course, we have the next takeover event for NXT Thursday live on the WWE Network $4.99. And but anyway, actually with this, I'll actually start things off with the pre-show because not only that. We also have Corey Graves, who's actually looking to be returning at the show, so that's going to be really cool being able to see him there, and hopefully in time he'll be able to be back and actually wrestle, so I would like to see that. And what's going on, Chase, man?
Nothing much, man. Just watching the show, doing some argumentation and debate homework as well, so it's fun.
Alright, so before we get into the actual predictions, just wanted to get your thoughts too on TNA possibly being competition, as well CM Punk joining the UFC.
For CM Punk joining the UFC, it's short and quick. It's a circus act signing by the UFC. Shows how UFC is desperate for a star in their company. CM Punk is going to be that star for them, and that's just pretty much all it is. It's just a circus act signing. As for TNA being competition for WWE, it won't be competition for another, like, I don't know, 2-3 years. People forget Destination America is fairly still a new channel. It started in 2010, so they don't really have a groundwork on that channel. So TNA's views when it comes to that channel, they're going to be in the lows when it comes to ratings, but just understand when you see those ratings, it's like Destination America, it's not accessible to everyone. I believe Shane over here was saying that he has to watch it online. He doesn't have Destination America, so it's like, not everyone's going to have this network or station. Destination America is still growing. Obviously, we heard the rumors of, possibly National Geographic joining up with Netflix. That could possibly get TNA on Netflix, which could ultimately help them. So it's all up to TNA, though. TNA themselves have to put on a good product. They can't do the old stuff that they were doing. If they can somehow try to revert to the ways they were back in 2005 and 2007, most definitely they can kind of compete with the WWE. But that all depends. We just have to wait and see, what goes on at the end of the day. TNA, like, if they signed with WGN like they were supposed to, they would be competition in a heartbeat. But on Destination America, no, not at all. Because WGN, they love wrestling for whatever reason. They had superstars for a while.
Yes, they do. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's crazy. Alright, so moving on, getting into the actual predictions for NXT now, and where we have the tag team match, the first tag team match of the night, where we have Finn Balor and as well Hideo and Tommy, and as well the Ascension going at it in tag team action. And with this, I'm actually going to go with Finn Balor and as well Hideo and Tommy, but it could surprise me and it could go really either way at this point, but that's who I'm going with. And going around here, Shane, your thoughts and predictions on that tag team
Finn Balor
match.
and Hideo Tommy. I agree. I'm going with you, David.
All right, Levi, you pick.
Oh, well, I'm expecting this match. I could expect this match to be one of, if not maybe the best tag match in NXT history. But as far as a pick, I'm going to go Finn Balor and Hideo Itami.
All right, Chris, your thoughts?
This is a toss-up for me, honestly.
Agreed.
But shit. I mean, I only know a little bit about this Finn Balor and Hideo Itami. I've only seen him do a little bit in the ring, mostly
Prince
kicking.
Devitt and
but but out of
Chris.
all on it, and the thing that pisses me off is that the Ascension is so much ready for the main roster, but God. If I had to go with an obvious choice, the fan favorite's going to be Hideo Itami and Finn Balor. So that's what I'm probably going to end up going with. I think it's not completely predictable, but it is like what Levi said. It's going to be a damn good match.
No doubt. All right.
Just a quick little shout out. I love the X Division title that Chris has in the background. It looks really, really nice. And as well,
thanks.
yeah, no, I really like that. I was
Well
looking at that. I said, damn, because I know you make those custom belts.
Yeah.
That looks like the old school X Division belt. Like,
That's what I tried to model it off of.
yeah, it looks really
Yeah.
good. And also, David will be on my channel to review Takeover Our Evolution. So
Yep.
live, and we're gonna answer questions and whatnot. This one I'm actually gonna be different. I'm going with the Ascension. Main reason why Ascension's moving up to the main roster right away. You're figuring to yourself, okay, if you're gonna show this on the network, you want people to know why the Ascension are going to be labeled as this dominant tag team, as you're seeing in these vignettes that they're going to be showing. So you don't want them to job out to Hideo Itami and Finn Balor. And I don't see Itami or Balor being two guys that are going to go for the NXT tag team titles. I see them, pretty much separating off and going to feud with each other for the next Takeover special. So I'm going to have it where, like, Finn Balor, pretty much turns his back on Itami, setting up a Tommy and Balor feud for the next Takeover special, blah, blah, blah.
Nice.
Ascension wins. So I'm going with the Ascension winning.
That'd be an explosive freaking. That'd be an explosive feud.
Yeah, no doubt.
Very, very
All right.
quickly.
Go ahead.
What's the next match on here?
Yeah. No, I thought he was gonna still talk, but
Uh-oh.
Anyway, with the next match that we do got here, of course, this time is for the tag team titles for NXT, where we got the Lucha Dragons and, of course, the Vaudevillains. And I actually been really behind the Vaudevillains, and I really like what they're doing. At the same time, I kind of want to go with the Lucha Dragons to see maybe with Hideo Itami and as well Finn Balor to see that match eventually for the tag titles. But in the end, I think I will go with the Vaudevillains on this one. That's just me. Shane, your pick.
I love the Vaudevillains too. They're my favorite tag team in NXT, but I also like the Lucha Dragons. They remind me a lot of the Old School Dragon. Yes, I know I'm old school, but yeah, I'm going with the Vaudevillains on this one. New
All right,
NXT
Levi.
tag team champs.
Nice. All right, Levi, you pick.
Lucha Dragons to retain.
All right, Chris, your thoughts.
Who are they going up? Who are the Lucha Dragons going up against again? I'm sorry, my stuff is
Vaudevillains.
Vaudevillains.
Oh God. Shit, I'm gonna go with the damn Lucha Dragons. What the fuck?
You like the Vaudevillains? Come on.
That's
I
interesting.
used to like the God, what the hell was his name?
Aiden English.
Yes,
Yeah.
I used to be a big fan of that guy,
Me
but
too.
their
I know
whole
that.
thing, as old school as it is, I just I don't know why I find them annoying though. Like ever since he tag teamed up with that little
Simon
mustache
Gotch.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simon Gotch. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't get the Vaudevillains craze. I don't think they're that entertaining like most of the IWC. Like they can't even hit their double team correctly. They always botch their double team finisher. Like that's how you know they're not supposed to be a tag team. But
That's
But
wild.
when it comes down to this match, I'm guessing that WWE wants to bring Kalisto up to the main roster soon. They're desperate for a new Lucha star. I don't know why they don't freaking make Hunico, the new Sin Cara, into that Lucha star. I mean, he wrestles better than the original Sin Cara did, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, I'll go with the Vaudevillains here, mainly because they've been chasing the belts for a while. But I won't be surprised if the Lucha Dragon retains. But for official predictions, I'm going with the Vaudevillains.
All right, so moving on, we got the NXT Women's Championship, which will be on the line between Charlotte and as well Sasha Banks. And Anyways, I do see Sasha Banks winning this one. I would like to see Charlotte be able to become a part of the main roster. She was able to be a part of Monday Night Raw. So, with that being said, I am going to still be pulling for Charlotte, but I am actually going with Sasha on this one. So that is my main pick. Sharing your thoughts.
I like Charlotte just because she's Ric Flair's daughter and she's blind. So I'm going with Charlotte. I think she's going to retain.
All right, Levi, your thoughts.
I mean, I said it in my predictions video I uploaded this morning. I mean, I like Sasha Banks as a wrestler, but I can't get behind her as a heel. It does not fit her. She seems like too nice of a woman to be a heel. So
Oh, God, she's a bitch. She looks like a bitch.
Yeah, that's the only reason why they make her a
That's
heel, because she looks like a bitch. That's the only reason why. But when you hear her talk, she can't perform any of her heel lines. It's like dreadful to watch.
yeah, so based on that, and also just because I think Bayley should probably win the belt next time, so I'm going to say Charlotte is going to retain here.
All right. Chris, your thoughts.
There is no way in hell I'm getting behind Sasha, so I'm going with Charlotte. I mean, the only thing I can possibly think of is having Becky Lynch fucking interfere with this damn thing. But the thing is that Charlotte is so good at being the NXT Women's Champion. I mean, I want to see her succeed and go to the main roster and fight, Natalya and all the other damn divas that give them a damn wrestling lesson, for the love of God. But I'm going with Charlotte, man. I'm sorry. I can't get behind Sasha to frickin' save my life. Even if she came over and, decided to, give me a, what I'm going to say, and I want to keep the show somewhat clean, I still cannot get
we're
behind
not PG
Sasha.
here either.
I'm sorry.
All right.
How am I going to follow up that? So pretty much, I got Charlotte retaining here. Main reason being is I don't think they want Charlotte to lose the belt via clean any way, shape, or form. So what I think they're trying to build up for the next Takeover special, which is going to be the one before WrestleMania or at WrestleMania Access, whatever they plan on doing it. I think what they're planning on doing here is to set up the first ever fatal 4-way or triple threat match for that women's title, where we'll see Bayley win it. So I have Charlotte retaining, so that way she doesn't have to lose the belt clean.
Right.
Now, Bayley is a fun character. Don't get me wrong.
Yes,
I like
she
her.
is.
I like her to bits and pieces. I mean, she's good. She's fun. But can we, with her character, would we ever be able to take her seriously as the NXT Women's Champion?
I doubt it, Chris.
It depends. It's kind of hit or miss, though.
Because like I said, she's fun. She's bubbly.
Yeah.
She's
nice
the
looking.
girl. She's the girl next. In my opinion, she's the girl next door. Okay, she's too sweet. But I don't know if I can take her if I could ever take her seriously as the NXT Women's Champion. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, and she's not that bad of a wrestler.
No.
She's not that bad of a wrestler, but I just don't see her as being the women's champion anytime soon.
Right. And at the moment, they're kind of going. Right. Yeah, they're kind of going
That's
like.
just me. I mean.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. I'll be back.
They try to give Bayley a mean streak to take her seriously, but her character, as Chris has said, has just been so bubbly for so long. It's hard to take this character seriously. It's like trying to push she's like the perfect example of Eugene, a fun character to have in the division, but not necessarily push all the way. Like, you can have Eugene in featured matches. Like, Eugene had a bunch of featured matches in his career, and that's not a bad thing to feature a character like Eugene. We need some fun in professional wrestling, but giving them the belt and making me believe that this person could be a top star, that's hard to do. It's the same with Bayley. I understand where Chris is coming from, because I do, like Chris said, I like Bayley in bits and pieces, but it's just that I can't take her seriously as being someone that's going to be my next big diva or my next Divas champion. I can't even see her on the if she wins the Divas belt, she's like Jillian Hall. She wins the belt and then she loses it the same night she won it. So I can't take her seriously, like Chris said. It's hard because her character's so bubbly and whatnot. She's fun to have in the division, but not as your main face.
Right.
Well, I mean, the same thing with Emma. You know, I mean, I don't think Emma won the NXT Women's Championship.
No, she was in the tournament and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in the tournament, but she didn't win it. She's fun. I like her music. I like her personality. You know, I like the whole dun 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 dun, dun whatever.
Yeah, it's catchy.
You know, I mean, you know, I like how Chase said Eugene. But I would think of like Santino almost.
Yeah, Santino or Eugene, whatever.
Yeah, it's like a mixture of both in a way. Yeah.
Like Emma Santino, Bailey's Eugene.
There you go.
And Chris's stuff just froze right there, so let's wait.
Yeah, we'll get it back. Oh, there you go.
I do apologize. It's not perfect, but
it happens.
Yeah, whatever example you want to use, you know, Santino, Eugene, whatever. You have your fun characters, but they're never ones you take seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then when we take them seriously, it ruins the fun of them. Like if you try to make Bayley into this serious top diva, it's like, well, that's not why I fell in love with this character. I fell in love with this character because she was a mark inside the wrestling ring. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why
it'd be
it's
hard
so hard.
to get used to. Right.
Like, I'm not saying she can never win the belt, but if like the way it works in NXT is like when you win that belt, they don't just give you the belt for a month in NXT. They let you hold on that belt for months and months on end, like 6 to 8 months. Like,
that's what's great about it.
You're pretty much carrying the division.
Yeah, you don't get to see that anymore, which I would really like to have.
Yeah. Like, you pretty much carry the division when you win a belt in NXT. It's not like in the WWE where you win a belt and you can lose it in 1 month.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. WWE could really learn from NXT.
Yeah. I mean, not only that, it's a simple formula that you can actually really use in the other shows, even for Raw. But, you know, it happens, though. With that being said, of course, NXT with TakeOver should be really good. Of course, join me for Chase's channel for the review and everything. That would definitely be awesome. And with that being said, there really hasn't been far too much to really talk about, too, with the holidays now coming up and everything like that, so that's understandable. So those are really the main stuff that I really wanted to get into. And now, basically, get into full thoughts, if you will, on WWE TLC with our
predictions. What about the main event match? What about Neville versus Zayn? We didn't talk about that, did we?
No, nobody did it, actually. So, yeah, getting into that, too, with Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville.
And also Kevin Owens' debuts on NXT.
Yeah, so we'll get into that, too, before we go into the predictions. So, Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville, it should be really awesome. I'm definitely looking forward into that match. Sami Zayn definitely one of my favorite characters to watch on NXT. And with this whole road to redemption for Sami Zayn, I really think something will happen and there will be a change and Sami Zayn will be able to get his NXT championship overall. So he's definitely my main pick. And Shane, your thoughts overall?
I loved this feud when he was in Ring of Honor versus Kevin Steen. But I'm going to have to go with Adrian Neville on this one.
Oh, you have him quitting the WWE? You have this storyline going?
Don't let that happen to Sami Zayn. Come on. All right, Levi,
he's done an awesome main event, though. And I just got to say, Steen. I can't wait.
Awesome.
For Zayn and Neville, this match should be amazing, no doubt about it. I mean, but as far as a pick, I'm going to say Sami Zayn for those two simple reasons. One, he has been a little bit overdue to win that NXT title, probably about 4 months overdue personally. And two, it's a good way to kind of, and for Adrian Neville to have one more great match before he would potentially go up to the main roster in the next 4 or 5 months. I think that'd be a nice way to kind of end that title reign that he's had ever since, February.
Yeah, I think he broke Bo Dallas's record. They don't even mention that. They don't even mention that he's like longer than Bo Dallas as champion. Like, that's something that you should talk about.
Exactly.
But that's good on them.
That's important in the resume.
Yeah, I just realized that, he's had the belt for almost 10 months. Good Lord.
That's freaking crazy. Yeah. All right. Chris, your thoughts?
Plain and simple, I'm going with Sami Zayn.
All right. Chase.
See, this one's hard because this feud reminds me of James Storm and Bobby Roode, like heading into lockdown. Remember, everyone pretty much was choosing James Storm to win the TNA title at lockdown, and then like afterwards he hits the super kick on Roode, and Roode falls out of the cage, and Roode retains, and everyone's like, "What the hell just happened?" like
Yeah,
that's
I
what I
hate
feel
that.
like. Kind of like what Shane was going. Like I thought I was going to be the only person to choose Adrian Neville. So I am choosing Adrian Neville because I really
Wow.
think they wanted try to develop the Sami
Yeah.
Zayn character of him quitting the WWE. You know, the one more shot, the one more redemption. Let's see how hot it is with the storyline of Sami Zayn, quote unquote, quits the WWE. Let's see where this leads. Let's see if this gets more people to buy the network to watch NXT on a weekly basis. Let's see how big of a draw Sami Zayn really is. I think that's what they're going to try to do here. You know, that's what I would do if I was running this network or running this business. That would be the business move I would make. I mean, giving Zayn the belt here, too easy. It's too easy. It's too much of a good moment. It's too much of a good feeling. I don't want that in wrestling all the time. I want suspense. I want drama. And drama is Sami Zayn quits the WWE and Adrian Neville somehow is still the champion. This match should be awesome. This should be 30 minutes long, like I'm guessing they will give it. It'll be
Oh, they'll have plenty.
filled with action. I see Adrian Neville winning in another cheap way to retain the title. I won't be against Zayn winning, but I want more of the drama. I want more of the action. I want to see what they would do with Sami Zayn quitting the WWE storyline.
Yeah. Imagine his
Right,
reaction
Chase,
too. It's gonna be
hang
insane.
on.
Go ahead.
Let me just bring this up though. And I figured Chase would maybe get into this, but I guess he didn't. So I need to touch on this. Sami Zayn wins the belt. Uh-oh. Kevin Steen, a.k.a. Kevin Owens,
I don't think they would send Kevin Owens right away. Sadly, I don't think they would.
They're not gonna.
You don't think
so?
that they'll bring a little? You don't think they'll bring a little PWG/ROH feud?
They should do a Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match, but I don't think they will do it right away because Kevin Owens, I think they're debuting him against probably residential jobber CJ Parker, like they do with almost everyone else nowadays in NXT. So
at least with someone else, doesn't have to be him.
Baron Corbin on CJ Parker in one of the last takeovers.
Yeah, exactly. CJ Parker's like the residential jobber in NXT. So it's like for me personally, like I think like the next guy in line for the NXT title is definitely like Tyler Breeze still. They still are high on this guy and they still like this character. Like he's more of a WWE guy and I think they want Hideo and Finn Balor to still quote unquote pay their dues inside of the wrestling ring. Because if you look at Hideo and Finn Balor, they're still trying to learn the WWE style. I mean, all really Hideo does in his match is just kicks and Balor is like just like lost out there sometimes. So really, to be honest, I think they're still building up those guys. Even though I think Kevin Owens is more WWE ready, I still think they won't send him after Zayn right away. That's way too early. That would make too much sense, too, sometimes.
But, I mean, because Steen's been in the damn business for 14 years. And I think as well, almost Sami Zayn is just about that, too, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, I got to be honest, though, speaking of Kevin Owens, a.k.a. Kevin Steen, good God, I hope the hell that he package pile drives the shit out of Enzo Amore. I cannot stand that motherfucker.
The probably do it to a couple of people.
This is why I like
It's season beatings after all, so why not do that?
See, this is why I like Chris. We have a lot of similar things we don't like. Like I don't understand the love Enzo Amore gets, like how you doing and all that other stuff. Like I like Big Cass, but I don't like Enzo at all.
I like the catchphrase and everything. It's really catchy.
That's
SKWFT. So
That's great.
saying it like a damn Jersey guy. No offense, Jersey people, but for
no, see, the thing is with NXT talents, it's always funny. You either love an NXT talent when they're down in NXT, and then when they go up to the main roster, you hate them. Like guaranteed, Enzo Amore is hated by everyone once you reach the main roster. And then someone you hate down in NXT, you end up loving. Look at Bo Dallas. Everyone hated Bo Dallas in NXT, but he goes up to the main roster, running over midgets and saying, "Silly me, Mr. Butterfingers," and everyone loves this guy. Like,
it's weird how it happens.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Like so.
Yeah.
Oh God, Ace. Before we go on, I just want to bring this joke up. It's an inside joke for anybody who knows what car wrestling is.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, there's this one Fed that's starting up called FSW where Monoxide or Steve, whatever you want to call him, he's going to do a character called Mo Houston, where all you have to do is get motivated. Oh my God, Steve. Really?
That was cool seeing that earlier. But anyway, going on now with the TLC predictions overall, starting things off with the pre-show match that we have with Stardust and Goldust, and as well with the New Day. Now with this one, I'm overall going with Stardust and Goldust, but that's just me. Shane, pick.
I didn't even recognize who the New Day was, so I'm gonna have to go with Star and Goldust.
Levi, thoughts?
I'm going with the New Day to win because they just quote re-debuted.
Oh.
No.
I mean, they just started up. They're gonna have to. They're gonna.
Who was it? Big E, Kofi,
They're okay.
what's the other guy?
I'll give him that now.
Yeah, they gotta have some kind of momentum. So
yeah.
Why not have them win? Even though I'd rather have Golden Stardust win, but I think the New Day is going to win. But I want Golden Stardust to win. Damn it! Damn
All
it, man! Damn it!
All right, Chris, your thoughts and picks.
Oh, fuck the damn.
And freezes right there.
Oh,
Yeah, man. I was really looking forward to this.
Okay,
yes.
All right, Chase, your thoughts.
I don't like any of these two teams. In a perfect world, like an asteroid would hit the arena and destroy these two teams while they're in the middle of the ring, but that won't happen. So I will have to say the New Day just because they re-debuted, even though I hate the gimmick.
All right. Well, we used to have Armageddon, so. But anyway, getting into the next pick we have for the United States Championship, where we have Rusev and as well Jack Swagger going to this one. Obviously, I think Rusev is definitely going to get the win. He's still going to continue to dominate.
So
and
stupid. Why are they doing this again?
I know. But anyway, Rusev is my pick. Shane, your thoughts?
Yeah, Jack Swagger, not a big fan of him. Rusev, that's my pick.
Levi.
This match is probably going to be my piss break match, if any match on this card. I mean, we all know Rusev's going to win. Really? Why would they do this again? If they were going to have Jack Swagger beat Rusev, they should have done it at SummerSlam. For fuck's sake, if they were going that route.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rusev's gonna win. This match might be my snack grabbing or piss break match. Who the hell knows?
All right, Rusev Crush. Chris, your pick.
Even though I like Rusev a lot, but let's be real, he's gonna win.
Right.
Yeah,
he's definitely gonna win. Chris, your pick.
As much as I wouldn't mind seeing Jack Swagger win, I think it's an.
And it freezes there again.
Get it back.
Oh, there it is. There he is. Or at least he was there.
Yeah, we almost had him there for a little bit.
We almost had him, and then he goes back into.
Did my freaking shit cut out again?
Yeah,
we was a little bit.
I did that earlier.
Yeah, you're back now.
Plain and simple, Rusev.
All right, there you go.
Alexander Rusev.
See, this is so stupid that the WWE is doing this feud again. It's not like Rusev and Jack Swagger put on these amazing matches where it's like, oh, I want to see that match again. No, they put on decent subpar matches, and it's like Rusev is a perfect character where you can grab any random fuck on the roster. Hell, you could grab me. I could wrestle in WWE for like 2 days. I go up to Rusev and say, hey, you suck. Fans would love me and chant, USA, USA, just because I'm up to this guy. Anyone can go against this guy. Like, there are some guys on the roster, like the WWE, if they were smart, they would say, okay, Sheamus is out. Let's see next guy up. We already know the Jack Swagger Rusev stuff. That worked. But let's see what we can do with, I don't know, maybe a Curtis Axel. Someone that's trying to change his gimmick up. Someone that has some talent and some potential. Why not throw Curtis Axel in there? Why not give Curtis Axel a shot against Rusev? We all know this. It would make sense if you want to feud Rusev with Ryback later on this year. It would make sense if Ryback would be pissed off that he attacked his bro, Curtis Axel. Why not give Curtis Axel a shot and an opportunity and see if this guy can put on a great match with Rusev? Or hell, Titus O'Neil. This dude is 6'8" and looks like a Mack truck. You would think if anyone could probably stop this motherfucker, it could be Titus O'Neil. But no, instead, we're going to send out fucking dopey-ass Jack Swagger to do the same dopey shit, to do the same dopey match that we've seen 3 freaking times. No, I'm done. Like Levi said, this is like not just a piss or fucking snack match. This is a shit match. This is where you go take a shit. You won't miss anything whatsoever. So I do not care. about this match whatsoever. Rusev wins, whoop-de-flip-and-do. It's going to be the same ending. Oh, Swagger's in the Accolade. Swagger's in the Accolade. He's not going to chat for America. Oh, he's passed out. Rusev wins. It's going to be the same.
And then JBL's going to get mad again.
Yeah,
He's going to go in the man.
I'm a check Swagger, damn it. Why did you...
Even though
everybody.
JBL was cheering for Rusev to keep the authority alive, that stupid hypocrite.
Yeah, like, for real. That's why I can't hand JBL on commentary sometimes.
That's JBL for you.
Well, you know, going by what Chase said, why do you think I said earlier the WWE for the past year has been feeding us, you know, plates of shit, and it's just been going around and round and round.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the same fucking example with frickin' Swagger and you know, that fucking motherfucking Rusev and shit. And then look how many times Monday Night Raw, Big Show versus John Cena. Was that really needed?
No.
Not so much, no. As many times as we've seen them already. Yeah. But anyway, moving on with the next match that we do have here. We have the Divas Championship with Nikki and AJ. And with this one, actually, I do see Nikki retaining this one. So, Shane, you pick.
Not a big fan of AJ either, even though she's married to CM Punk. That's besides the point. But go with Nikki Bella. I think that she'll retain.
All right, Levi.
I mean, I would personally hope AJ Lee would get the belt back, but considering all the rumors going around that she might be leaving, and
I
also
don't think she's leaving.
because also Nikki, the champion, of course, are gonna have her retain, so she's my pick. But yeah.
All right, Chris. All right, Chris, your thoughts? Not sure if we got him, but Chase, your thoughts anyway.
Nikki's retaining. AJ's not leaving the company. Stop. She has nothing else to do outside the WWE. Just stop it, you people. I swear, we get a rumor every pay-per-view that she's leaving the company. These rumors won't stop until like her husband is done.
She's not going anywhere, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think she's going anywhere. If anything, she takes a break. She takes like a break. Maybe she is pregnant. Who knows? But if anything, she takes a break.
Mm-hmm.
All right, not too sure if we got Chris back, but Chris, your pick.
If I know the WWE, they're gonna give the belt back to AJ, no doubt.
Yeah, they probably would.
I did bring that point up, yeah, considering they
did.
toss that belt around like a piece of candy. They
Yeah.
probably
Yeah, a little too much though.
Exactly.
yeah.
Because the WWF is fucking retarded like that.
Yeah.
WWE.
Chris, the WWF wouldn't do retarded shit like this. The WWE would. There's
Yeah,
different.
there you go.
Well, yeah, WWE, WWF, whatever.
Yeah, WWF, the most dumbest thing they did was turn Stone Cold heel, really, to be honest. But WWE, they did one track, yeah. One of the dumbest things they ever did, and then they gave us that crappy invasion angle.
I have that pay-per-view. I was going to review
Yeah, I
it
have
too.
that too. Alright, so moving on for the tag titles where we have the Usos and as well the Miz and Damien Mizdow. Obviously, I think they're going to have the retain there for the Miz and as well Damien Mizdow, and then eventually, who knows, I'm not too sure when they'll have the feud, but I'm sure eventually, which should be interesting to retain Damien Mizdow and the Miz, so we'll see what happens with that. Shane, your pick.
I like Damien Mizdow and the Miz. I don't know why, but yeah, I definitely think that Damien Mizdow and Miz will retain. I just like Mizdow's gimmick that he's copying Miz every Monday Night Raw. I just think it's funny.
Alright, Levi.
So that's my pick.
Alright.
Miz and Mizdow.
Alright, Chris, your pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Miz and Mizdow too to retain.
Yeah, we'll get back to him in a little bit. Chase, your pick.
Oh!
So, there you
That's
go.
my pick. That's my pick. I just see the WWE giving it to them. I mean, why in the blue hell would you focus on Naomi so much unless they're not going to win the belt? If they don't win the belts, it's kind of like, then why did you even put Naomi in this feud? And is this feud going to continue? And who would care if this feud continues? Like, so in all honesty, like it just feels like, oh, the baby faces get redemption, Michael. So.
Not too sure if we have Chris back, but your thoughts on the tag team match?
Chris said Damien Mizdow and The Miz.
Yeah, I had said that. You didn't hear me?
No,
Miz and
you
Mizdow!
cut out. Okay, now we heard you. There we go. All right.
Miz and motherfucking Mizdow!
Miz hasn't done shit since he was the WWE champion either.
True. All right, so going on where we have Ryback and Kane in this one. Really, I'm gonna go with Ryback to be able to get the win here for the chairs match. Shane, your thoughts?
Ryback, yeah. That's
All right, Levi.
I'm going with the big guy.
All right, Chris, you pick.
Kane, because I don't like Ryback.
Interesting.
Corporate Kane?
Whatever Kane comes out
is.
is whatever freaking Kane is gonna come out. Kane is gonna freaking. I want Kane to win because I can't stand freaking Ryback.
All right, Chase, you pick.
I don't know why you would put Ryback in the feud with the lifeless Kane. Who cares about Kane nowadays? It's not like if you beat Kane, all of a sudden you're back in the main event scene. It's just a waste of time. This is just a terrible filler feud. It should be a decent match because Kane will do most of the work with the chairs. But other than that, I think Ryback's going to retain. Win.
Yeah.
Ryback has a championship or something. So, I'm just used to Kane getting random world title shots, man. I'm just used to Kane always going for the belt for no reason.
Hey, at least he's got a position now. He was banished to sell merchandise on SmackDown last week.
Yeah.
Kane will retain.
That was actually funny.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Kane will retain his corporate lead.
Yeah.
Corporate title. We'll call it the corporate title.
Yeah, there you go. So, WWE Corporate Championship.
All right, from there, which is actually really weird that they're doing this deal. The steel stairs match between Eric Rowan and the Big Show. I'm actually going with Eric Rowan on this one. Shane, you pick.
Yeah, screw the Big Show, so I'm going with Eric Rowan too.
Levi, you pick.
Another case of W an idea from COH for a final steps match.
Not
Really?
people might infringe it.
Really? Dude, God, jeez. But Eric Rowan, I just want to see him do the roundhouse kick again.
It's definitely gonna happen. Sure.
That's impressive when a big guy like that can do something like that. That's cool.
It is. All right, Chris, you pick.
God. You know what? We'll go with Eric Rowan and his gay-ass freaking entrance music.
Oh, wow. All right, interesting. All right, Shane, you pick. Chase.
I hope Big Show knocks out Garbage Man to the point where he can never wrestle again. I hate Garbage Man. I'm not going to call him by his real name. I don't care. He's garbage to me. I just think he's ass. He's terrible. He didn't do shit while he was in the Wyatt family. Never hit his spots correctly. Always bumbling and dumbling down to that ring. He's just pathetic to me, man. He's just so
That's why I kind of wish they were still in the tag team, Eric Rowan.
Yeah, he's not ready for it. Garbage Man is not ready for a singles push. Like, Garbage Man shouldn't be pushed until 2018. Now we're getting a push now. And he's getting pushed more than Cesaro, Tyson Kidd. The list can go on and on of names. But seriously, why? Why are you giving Garbage Man a singles match with the Big Show? See, this pay-per-view, it's half-ass backwards. See, the match, this is what I'm going to say. This Steel Stairs match should be between Garbage Man and Luke Harper for no title. Then the ladder match should be Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins for the IC title. Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins should be facing off in a ladder match for that IC belt. And then we should have Cena and Big Show in the stupid tables match, like, oh, could Cena overcome the odds and put the big man through the table, blah, 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 who cares? That type of deal. That should be our matches, but instead we're getting this garbage, and it's like, we're going to be suffering through this. Like, this match, it'll be fine, because Big Show's going to carry it. Garbage Man can't wrestle, so we all know that. So Big Show will carry this match. He'll do a good job carrying Garbage Man to a decent match, and Garbage Man is somehow going to win, and it's going to be terrible for me. And I'm going to be upset that this guy's still being pushed.
All right, with the next match that we have here for the Intercontinental Championship, Dolph Ziggler and Luke Harper. Now, this one, in a way, could kind of actually go either way. I kind of like where this is going to with their feud and everything. I am actually going to go with Luke Harper retaining the IC Championship. I do see this lasting a little bit longer between the two. Should be really interesting and actually a great match too. So Shane, your thoughts and your pick?
Yeah, we've seen this match a couple of times already on Raw and SmackDown, so I'm definitely going with Luke Harper. I think that he will retain the Intercontinental title.
All right, Levi.
Luke Harper.
All right, Chris, your pick.
Dolph Ziggler, because I
Interesting.
cannot stand a bearded motherfucker that looks
Wow.
like he freaking got drunk on a Saturday night and puked all over himself. So
Yeah,
seriously,
Lord.
I would rather have a
God.
freaking guy that shakes his goddamn ass in a little pair of shorts than freaking some guy that looks like he got drunk and puked and needs a goddamn shave. Fuck Luke Harper.
Imagine
I want my damn Intercontinental Champion back.
Wow.
I swear, it's like Luke Harper before he goes out there, he takes off his tank top and wipes his like shit onto it or something. Like he just uses the tank top to wipe his ass or something. I swear, that's what he does every single time he comes out. See, this is why this pay-per-view is half-assed backwards. Why? Luke Harper, I'm fine with them giving him the IC title and stuff, but it's like, what the hell? This should be Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler in a ladder match. Will this match be good? Yeah, but here's the problem. You have Dolph Ziggler lose here.
I said it could be better.
Yeah, it should be Ziggler and Rollins. That'd be so much better. But the problem with this match is you had Ziggler become the sole survivor of Team Cena. So you would figure you would want to follow that up and have him get back his IC championship. That's why it would make sense if he was facing Seth Rollins on this pay-per-view, because Seth Rollins was the captain of Team Authority, and Ziggler could be like, I want what's mine back. I want that IC title in a ladder match. There you go, all set up. But you're facing Luke Harper here, who you're trying to build up as a new star. So if you have Harper lose here, he looks like an idiot for winning the IC title in the first place. But if you have Ziggler lose here, you're not following up after making him the sole survivor of Team Cena. So it's a lose-lose situation, whoever wins here, because the loser won't benefit whatsoever. That's why I was arguing towards Levi when he said, this shows the WWE cares about Dolph Ziggler after he won the Team Cena sole survivor. What makes you show they cared about Dolph Ziggler? If they cared about Dolph Ziggler, he'd be facing Seth Rollins at this pay-per-view. He wouldn't be facing Luke Harper for the IC title. He'd be facing Seth Rollins for either the Money in the Bank or the IC title. But it is what it is. For me personally, just for booking to make sense, I think Dolph Ziggler should win because he was the sole survivor, and you should follow that up by giving him the IC title. But I see Luke Harper retaining the IC title. But I think Ziggler should win the belt back. And this is coming from the guy who's not the biggest Ziggler fan in the world. Just want to make that clear. I like Luke Harper more than Ziggler, but I think booking-wise, it makes more sense for Ziggler to win the belt back.
All right. So now with the next match where we had the TLC match between Dean Ambrose and as well Bray Wyatt. I'm kind of a little bit torn in a way, but I am actually leaning towards Dean Ambrose in this one. I feel that he should actually get the win on this one, especially what's been going on with him and actually nearly being injured, what's been going on with that too as well. So should be a really great match, and we'll see what happens with that. But definitely Dean Ambrose is going to be my main pick overall. Shane, your thoughts?
The lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose, Dirty Deeds. He will get the win.
Nice. Levi, your thoughts?
I said in the video, I think this match could be a match of the year contender if it's done right.
What do you mean? What do you mean match of the year?
Because it's going to be the best goddamn match of the motherfucking night.
We already had the Slammies, yeah.
Yeah, we got Team Cena versus Team Authority as match of the year, Levi. What are you talking about?
Really? I was so pissed.
Fuck the Slammies, jeez.
I'm just
Fuck
joking
the
around.
goddamn Slammies. Fuck the damn Slammies.
Unless you're doing your own Slammies.
Yeah, or my own personal Slammies if I wanted to go that route.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in all seriousness, in reality, this match could be a contender for match of the year if done right. But if I were to pick, gotta give it to Dean Ambrose. He needs a win for
So does Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
So does
They
Bray
both
Wyatt.
go equally, yeah.
I think Ambrose needs it more.
No, Wyatt needs it. Wyatt. I'll argue this later when I get to my prediction. How stupid dispute is. I'm the only person that YWC that probably hates dispute a lot.
Which is a shock.
Yes.
It's a damn shock.
Alright, Chris, your pick. And your
A shock, I
thoughts?
tell you.
Well, listen. If you listen to Brennan's video earlier today, he said, and I quote, that this match could go to a third match And that third match could be an ambulance match. I love that motherfucking idea. And both men in this feud can do no wrong. Both men can do no wrong in this feud because I mark the fuck out for this feud. This feud is going to be the best goddamn match of the motherfucking night. So who am I going to pick? I'm going with fucking Dean Ambrose.
All right. Chase, you think different? Your thoughts?
This feud is ass, man. They're like Bray Wyatt is mad at Dean Ambrose for destroying a rocking chair. So I guess Raven versus Perry Saturn was an epic feud because Raven destroyed Moppy, for fuck's sakes. I mean, seriously, like these two, they're just not ready to feud with each other yet. It's way too early for these guys to be feuding. They should be feuding like once both are established stars and former WWE champions. Like feuding right now when they're both building up it's just so hard. Like I don't want to think about this feud, a Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose feud, as just a filler feud. Like I was like, oh yeah, I remember when they first feuded, it was a filler feud. Now I'll say Bray Wyatt's going to win here because I also thought of an ambulance match at the Royal Rumble between these two. And so what I'm thinking is you have Bray Wyatt win here, and then you have Dean Ambrose get the revenge in the ambulance match at the next pay-per-view. Look, Bray Wyatt needs a win. This guy needs a flipping win. Yes, he's beaten Jericho. Yes, he beat Cena because a little kid was Cena at John Cena, but that doesn't mean shit. This guy is lifeless. He is literally a lifeless creature most of the time when he comes out there. He doesn't have the same effect that he did over the summer. Yeah, the people are still holding up the lights when the arena's dark, but the reaction's not the same. His promos are just getting stagnant and boring. He needs something so that way he can keep improving as a character. Dean Ambrose, he needs this win too, just as much as Bray Wyatt. But if I were to look at the two, I would say Bray Wyatt needs it a lot more than Dean Ambrose. I mean, we already have a lot of baby faces winning on this pay-per-view. You need some heels to win. Even at this point, Bray Wyatt's really not a heel. You know, he's kind of a tweener type of deal, but the way fans react to him. So I'd say Bray Wyatt's going to win. It's not going to win in a nice, clean way. It's going to be in a nice, little, dirty way. But this will just set up the match for the next pay-per-view. So I'm going to have Bray Wyatt win this match. I think he needs it a lot more than – like, Ambrose needs to win, but not as much as Bray Wyatt. Because at least Ambrose, his spontaneous reactions that he gets on Raw, just his character overall, is enough for him to get over. Bray Wyatt, he's losing traction fast. Like, he's rolling down that hill really, really fast. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, but if you listen to Chase, did you take the time to listen to Bray Wyatt on the Stone Cold podcast?
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
that was a really good podcast, and I am really patient with Bray Wyatt. Like I said, Bray can do no wrong in this. Dean can do no wrong in this. I like the character of Bray Wyatt. I like where he comes from. I like his really, I can't think of the word that I'm thinking of for his promos, but they're just really, really kind of like sadistic and good. You know,
see, I agree. The way Bray Wyatt cuts his promos, they're really good. But when he's talking about Dean Ambrose, you attacked my rocking chair. I gotta get revenge on you, Dean. I gotta make sure you pay.
Yeah.
It's like that's.
I mean, I get that, but it's more than that.
That's terrible content. That's terrible content. That's the problem with Bray Wyatt's promos.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Content in there.
I think in a way
he cut his promos really well. I'm not saying he's terrible at cutting promos. It's the content within the promos that suck most of the time. Like you can't be like, I'm sorry, in a blood feud, if the main reason why y'all feuding is because of a fucking rocking chair, that is just pathetic. I'm sorry. Like it's like you, Chris, going to my house. And you grab my chair, and you just threw it down like this, and like I'm like, I want to feud with you, man. Let's go right now. You threw my chair to the ground. It's like you did that, and all of a sudden I want to feud.
That's like fighting for nothing, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's like fighting just for the sake of fighting.
So, yeah, at least what I see, it should really be
that too.
Yeah, how I would put it, like basically having go at it where who is the better leader out of their respective stables and stuff like that.
Yeah, like something like that. Like have it where Bray Wyatt, like it's not feuding just to get inside Dean Ambrose's head. Just have it where Bray Wyatt's feuding because
like a jealousy type of thing.
Yeah, he's jealous of Dean Ambrose. He's like, you and I, Dean, we're the same. You know, we both led our factions. We both are loved by the people. Yeah, but the people love you more than me. The people believe in you more than me. They see you as this new hero. They don't see me as the hero. I'm the one that should be the hero. Like, you know, have Bray Wyatt say something like that. Not have it where, you destroyed my rocking chair, Dean. I gotta kill you. I gotta destroy you. Like that type of deal. See, I just kind of.
Very good point. All right.
Like Bray Wyatt's a good promo cutter. It's just the content
Yeah.
sometimes just sucks.
I agree.
Yeah, granted. Yeah, that's good point.
Mhm.
Good point.
All right, so moving on, we had the next match here with John Cena and as well with Seth Rollins. Now with this one, I do want to see Seth Rollins win, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure John Cena will most likely get the win and move on into the Royal Rumble and face Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So with that being said, I'm actually going to go with John Cena as my pick. Shane, your thoughts on your pick?
You can't see me, John Cena.
Levi.
I mean, yeah, this match should be at least decent. It could be good, but at the same time, I mean, I would want Seth Rollins to get an opportunity at Brock Lesnar,
Yeah.
but I
They
think
should
it's
really make a cash in too.
And this is me going into negative Cena mode. Never thought you would hear me say that, but I'm going
It's
negative.
actually very rare.
Yeah, I'm going negative Cena. I don't want him to win this match personally, but considering where WWE's going with probably having him and Brock at Royal Rumble, they're going to have him win. But then again, in some way, it does make somewhat sense because do you see Seth Rollins beating up Brock Lesnar in a normal match? No.
Not
No.
in a normal match.
The only way he would.
And then the problem is, if you put Seth Rollins in the match with Brock Lesnar and he did what he did to Cena at SummerSlam, you're gonna turn what you have as your most current, like on television wise, Seth Rollins and Rusev are the two most consistent heels. You'll turn one of your most consistent heels into a baby face, and like I like Seth Rollins as a heel. I think he's doing wonderful stuff as a heel. I think he should stay as a heel for a while. And it's like if you turn him baby face, it's like, oh well, there goes all that heel heat that you're trying to build on him. Gone for nothing because you squashed into Brock Lesnar like an idiot. So yeah, dude, I totally agree. We can't see Seth Rollins beating Brock Lesnar in a match.
I do have one thing. I completely forgot to mention this in my predictions video last night, but I should have brought it up, but I'm going to bring it up now.
Nice.
One way I can see how this match is going to end, Roman Reigns is going to interfere somehow.
No, not Roman. Come on, why Roman? There's another guy that's...
He'll make an appearance, I think, but not like that.
Maybe I'm just saying he might interfere so that way we get Reigns and Rollins feud going on for a little bit.
There's only one feud for
That'll
Seth
probably
Rollins.
happen eventually.
Well, yeah, but that could happen. Watch, that's probably going to happen, but I personally
Well, you called it anyway.
I personally wouldn't want it to happen, but I'm just calling it right there because it would kind of make sense if they were to go with a Reigns-Rollins feud for a couple months before WrestleMania time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No.
Like I
Maybe
said,
just for February.
yeah, but like I said, I don't want Cena to win this match. But then again, do you see Seth Rollins beating Brock Lesnar in a normal match? Hell no.
No.
Hell no. So yeah.
All right, Chris, your thoughts? We'll get back to him in a little bit.
It
Oh, you already